Okay, you made it to the other side. Hi again, I'm Christy from Virtual Elves, and today we are doing the task audit activity. Now, this is really interesting because it's something that is so simple, but something that we don't take the discipline to actually do in our working week. So what I'm going to do is make this very quick for you. It's not going to take much time, but you really do need to have some discipline around completing the activity in full to get the best benefit out of it. So let's get started. The very first thing that you're going to do is you're going to take a notebook, just an A4 notebook with lines on it very similar to this. And then for a period of 5 days, now that could be 5 business days, it could be over the weekend, but I really just want you to capture 5 days of when you've got the most activities so that it's not a day when you're not actually working. It needs to be 5 consecutive days that you have the most activity. Now, if you only work on a Wednesday, Friday, and a Monday, then at least do it for those 3 days and then 2 other days if you need to. But just try and capture a minimum of 3 to 5 days of full activity so that you can then see what is going on. So that's the first thing. Second thing is you're actually going to track your time. So this is a time audit. So it's really auditing what you do in your day on the days that you work and writing down the activities that you spend and giving you an idea on how long you actually spend on those activities. So you really do need this pen and pad rather than trying to recall this information, because if I asked you to recall what you did in your day yesterday, you could probably tell me maybe 1, 2 or 3 of the main things, but I bet you couldn't tell me how long you spent on Facebook, how long you spent doing your emails, and those sorts of smaller activities that can when compounded together, take up a lot of your time without you realizing. So I've just done something up for you. This is going to be back to front, but just to give you a little idea, 6 a.m. breakfast, 7 a.m. took the kids to school, 8 a.m. went for a walk, 9 a.m. Checked emails, 10 a.m. Facebook for 15 minutes, phone call with a client, prepared a webinar, did a newsletter, emails again, lunch, blog articles, written a blog article. All of these things are the activities that I do in my day. Now, I actually want you to do this without fail and record everything you do. You only need to do the start time when you start a new activity so that then you can really understand how long that's taking. Now, the key thing with this is to be real. The key thing is to put everything down, your personal activities, your family activities, the time you allocate for your lunch, all of those things, because I want you to be able to see this as a whole picture, not just the time that you do work on. More than often, we spend a lot of time being busy. And that busyness sometimes is driven by the fact that we've got these hours in the day and we need to do something with them. Whereas rather than just really taking that time to sit sometimes and just be in the moment can really support you in growing your business and bringing in new ideas. So this activity, once you've done that for 3 to 5 days, we're then going to look back on it. And what I want you to start thinking about is what are those core activities that really only you need to be doing. It needs to take up your day, so you need to be really focused on the activities that are either sales generating or directly attributing to revenue, or the activities that are for you personally, so the things that are going to give you space and time. Not the rote tasks, not the weekly, I do this every day, not the posting to social media, all of those sorts of things that someone else really could be doing for you. So what we're going to do is you're going to grab a highlighter and you're going to go through each page and you're actually physically going to highlight those tasks that really only you can do. And I really need to challenge you on this because a lot of the time you might, put down, well, only I can write my blog. And I can challenge you on that because my blogs are written by somebody else. I don't write my blogs. I don't do my social media posts every week. Yes, I jump on and I'll do the odd post here and there. I'll do some videos because no one can do those but me. But I actually won't edit the videos, and I won't post them onto my social media, or I won't post them onto my website. That is all done by a virtual assistant to allow me then to move on and focus on just the recording side of it and providing the value in the content. So have a good think about all of those things. Emails. Do you really need to be answering your emails 10 times a day, or can you allocate just 2 times a day to be doing those? Just as an example. So have a think about it. Highlight all of the things that you know you can do yourself and that are important for you to do yourself. Phone call with a client, that's relationship building and business development. For me, that is a core part of my business, and I won't allow that to be delegated out. But webinar prep, newsletters, video editing, writing blog articles, all of that sort of stuff is actually, when I look at it, half of my day. So half of my day, essentially, I could be getting back to focus on lead generating activities and business development rather than focusing on something that someone else could be doing for me. So that's what I want you to achieve out of that. So once you've highlighted everything, your next step is to transfer onto 2 separate spreadsheets or pieces of paper or whatever works best for you visually to work out, this is my delegation list and this is my core business list, right? So you've separated your tasks. Now, the important thing here is that delegation list, don't get overwhelmed by it. I'm not suggesting that you need to straight away go and delegate everything. But what I am suggesting is that you look through that list and say, what are some of the activities that take up the most of my time that I could focus on first to delegate to allow me more time to focus on the core parts of my business. So let's just say for you, social media is taking up, 10 hours of your week trying to post and manage and remember to be consistent. You may be better off saying, well, if I got rid of those 10 hours a week, worked out how to bring on another client to be able to then fund that, then I could actually have somebody else doing that for me, and then I could have 10 hours a week focused on bringing in new clients. So that's the activity. It's very simple. What I encourage you to do now is go through that, post into the Facebook group, and just really ask any questions possible that you have. I'll answer them straight away for you when I can, so that I can give you some support through learning, going through this activity. And then maybe send me an email and see whether potentially you've got some tasks that could be outsourced that I can support you with. Because really business growth is about not doing it all yourself. And as women particularly, we try to keep it all to ourselves. So my mission is to make sure that we live a happy, balanced life and don't try to take on everything ourselves. And I hope this activity will help you do that. So thank you so much for taking the challenge. I'm looking forward to seeing your comments in the Facebook group, and I'm looking forward to seeing your list of tasks and seeing how much of your day that's going to release for you.